Hey, I just want to give you a few quick tips to be prepared for social media marketing in 2024. Everything is changing in 2024 with AI coming on board. Google, Facebook, YouTube, everything is simply changing for 2024. So you want to be prepared and you want to be ready to adapt. So I'm going to give you top tips for locally owned businesses in using social media in 2024. And I'm going to put the highlights above my head here so that you can go back and write those down, or you can follow along during the process. First of all, have a strategy. Number one is don't just plan on posting here and there, or hey, we need to get this on social media. No, have a strategy. Know what your goal is. You need to know your audience. This is super important because you want to know who you're talking to, and you want to know what that audience expects back from you. What are your goals in using the platform? And understand that social media is more significant today than ever. Facebook and Instagram, despite some of the rumors that need to be dispelled that Facebook and Instagram is somehow losing audience, absolutely not true. Facebook and Instagram, or Facebook in particular, is the 800-pound gorilla when it comes to social media marketing. About 70% of the US population is using Facebook, and they're spending on average about 35 minutes a day on this platform. It's where we get our entertainment, it's where we get our news, it's where we get our connection. It's where most people in the US live, on this platform. So it's super, super important. Tip is hyperlocal targeting. Make sure you're not casting too wide of a net, that you're forgetting about your very local targeted audience that is buying from you and that will buy from you frequently. So understand that. Also, when you're going in to select what you want your ads to do, what are the goals? When you select those, if you're doing it yourself on Facebook, Instagram, there's so many options to choose, like to get new followers, to get likes. There's all different types of options. So if I had to narrow it down for locally owned businesses, I would tell you to focus on engagement, number one. And then of course, if you're looking to gather leads, or you're in e-commerce and you're selling, then you also want to have that as a goal as well. But most importantly is engagement. You don't want to focus too much on gaining followers. I know this is something that businesses get sometimes caught up in, but followers do not equal buyers. So you want to make sure that you are focused on engagement into the target audience that you're trying to engage with, and don't worry too much about followers. Why? Okay, I'll spend a second on that. Because even if you have 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers, the average post on social media is only going to get about 2 to maybe at the most 5% engagement, which means when you post something out there and you have 10,000 followers, 10,000 aren't seeing that. Only about 2 to 5% of those people will even see that post. So don't, again, worry too much about the followers. Now, if you already have followers on your page, then you want to focus on engagement. So when you're posting something on your platform, you want to look at the insights button that's right there on your Facebook feed and see how many people are engaging with that particular post. So for example, if you click that button, it'll show you that that post reached, let's say 500 or 1,000 people, and then you had 22 people engage, or maybe 100 people engage. When you get to the point where you get a post that gets like a 10% engagement, what we're finding is kind of the secret sauce in the social media algorithm that says you want to boost that post. You don't want to boost it right there from the page. You want to go into the ads manager, you want to boost it, you want to target audience, all of that. But if it's getting 10% engagement, you want to put some money behind that. It doesn't have to be a lot. As a matter of fact, you could do $1, $2 a day, $5 per day, and run that for about 10 days and see if that engagement continues to climb. It probably will. And if that happens, double that. Keep boosting that particular engaging post because people like it and people are engaging with it. So you want to keep pushing it out there and get even more people engaging, because that is what will lead to sales, contacts, or lead generation. So keep focused on that. Advertising is essential now. You can no longer depend on just posting on Facebook. The good news is that through some of these tactics and strategies that we figured out, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money advertising. In fact, we rarely take one ad and just give it a $500 budget or something to that effect. We're running more ads with a smaller amount of budget behind it, and then once those engagement scores go up, then we're boosting that engagement and getting that particular post or or ad to get even more powerful. So think about that. It's still affordable, but you are going to have to spend some money to get that engagement on those social media platforms. The next tip is going to be video, and video. Short-term and long-term video, both are equally important. And I want you to be very intentional about moving away from static or picture or graphic posts and really infuse your social media platforms with video. Great ideas for short-term videos would be something with your iPhone where you're just basically saying, hey, look at this new product we got in, or hey, check this out. Or maybe you're showing kind of a behind the scenes view, or you're highlighting a customer comment or compliment that they gave your business. Great example for short term. Long run video would be in something like this, where it's educational, it's entertaining, or it's something that's really going to dive deep into a product or service. Now with long form video, you're going to need to be a little bit more creative because again, you're trying to keep their attention for a long period of time. And we have 7 seconds attention span these days. We're a fast food society. So just keep that in mind, that every piece of that video has to be trying to pull that audience in longer to watch that particular video. But long and short term videos, critically important. Next is going to be your user generated content. You're going to hear all kinds of people talking about this. They already have been talking about it. User generated content is basically just like your customers or your prospective customers or your friends are posting maybe a video about their experience with your company. Have them to post it on their platform and tag you. What we're seeing is, and again, none of us know the secret sauce behind Meta, Facebook, YouTube, or Google, but we do have a lot of information about it. And what we're seeing is that when someone does user-generated content, it's again like that very powerful word of mouth, and it's triggering something in the algorithms. And probably because Google, Facebook, all of those are trying to serve content to people who find that content interesting. That's most likely the reason behind it. They're actually letting that content get out there more. So you'll see that show up even in the search engines. You'll see it showing up and staying in your feeds on social media, and you'll see that they're getting a lot more engagement. So focus on user-generated content. Also, micro influencers. You don't need Kim Kardashian or a celebrity to promote your product or service. In fact, people are devaluing that now because they've done it so much and everyone knows, all the consumers know that they're getting paid to promote these products and services. So they lack authenticity and we don't really trust them. However, if you find someone who kind of fits your audience in the community, and just go look at their personal Facebook page. Look to see if when they post something about their family, do people comment? Do they like that post? Does it get shared? Are they very active with their community, and how large is their community? And they could be a really great micro influencer for you. You're probably seeing it now. A lot of photographers are using it. They're calling it like brand ambassadors or advocates or just VIPs, whatever brand label you want to put on that. But choose micro influencers and choose several of them. And a lot of times these people will promote your product or service for a free lunch or for 25% off or 50% off. Or it doesn't even have to be about promoting you. It could be, hey, will you come in and try this lunch or try this new menu item or try our service, and then just post how you feel about it. But you want to make sure that you have a contract. Actually scratch that, because contract can have negative connotation, but you want to have an agreement with this person in writing so that their expectations are proper and yours are proper as well. So you want to put something in writing that lets them know what you expect them to do and what they're expecting to get from you, and have them to sign off on that, just so things don't get kind of sideways during that process. Very, very important. E-commerce. E-commerce is no longer a convenience that we're adding to the products and services that we sell. E-commerce is required. 2020 trained everyone to one click on Amazon and purchase, and that trend is not going away. And here's the thing, local consumers want to buy from locally owned businesses, but they're not offering e-commerce, and we're not going out and spending hours and hours and hours of shopping time on the streets and into stores like we used to, because it's so convenient to shop from home. And I'm here to tell you that you can do e-commerce. It is much more affordable than it used to be. You can do something as simple as putting products on your Facebook shop tab. You can get a Shopify store. You can add it to your website. And I know a lot of you maybe carry a lot of products and you're like, like, Jeff, I can't put every product that I have on there. I would have to have a full-time employee. Well, some of you may need to evaluate that, and you might actually need to do that. But others can start with something like the 20-80 rule. It might be that you only post 20% of the products that make up 80% of your revenue, or start with maybe your most profitable products or services, or maybe your most popular products and services, or maybe have a clearance section or new featured product section. But the key here is to start, because e-commerce is required. It is being demanded from the consumers. It's no longer an option, and it's really affecting local businesses' ability to thrive in the local marketplace. And if you notice, I also said service, not just products. Yes, if you sell a service, you can sell that service online, and again, consumers are expecting you to do that. Anything from heating and air to attorney fees to any type of service that's out there, they can purchase that from you online, schedule the appointment, get things started, and they actually like that. They can mark it off their to-do list and move on about their business. So service businesses, you're gonna see that your competition is going to go e-commerce in 2024. Okay, so there's so much happening with AI changing everything in digital marketing, just like Facebook did when it launched years ago, and we were wondering, would this really take off? Don't get left behind on this, okay? Because everything's gonna move extremely fast. We haven't even talked about virtual reality, augmented reality. Those things are super affordable now for local businesses. You're gonna see them implemented by lots of businesses in 2024. There's a lot of change happening. So just go back through the video, maybe take the top tips at the top of the screen and focus on those, or get with a good marketing professional that can really help you work through this and really use digital marketing to grow your sales and grow your profits in 2024, because it will do that if it's done properly. All right, so that's enough for today. You can visit my agency at winninglocal.com to look at any products or services, or if you want to work directly with a marketer, if you want to work directly with me, I can function as your director of marketing. I can help you strategize your entire business and your entire marketing strategy, and then my team can help execute that for you. And again, that service is affordable as well. If you're interested in that, then go to jeffturnbow.com and take a look at that. But if this is on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If it's on social media, please like and share. And thank you so much for your time and for listening to what I have to say. Hope you're having a great fourth quarter in 2023. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and here's to a winning year in 2024. Thank you so much.